मेरे प्रियात्मन, आप सभी को अभिवादन, आप सभी को प्रणाम। डेथ मौत उसी की है, जमाना करे अफसोस। The death is only the really death. A very beautiful death, a very important death for all the times. People will remember, recall, recognize his contributions, his deeds, his creations, like the enlightened ones, Gautama the Buddha, and all other past Buddhas, present Buddhas and future Buddhas, all other great spiritual personalities, spiritual people, meditators, spiritual masters. Their immense contribution, their valuable contribution will be ever remembered, will be ever recalled, will be ever recognized, just like the enlightened one Gautama the Buddha. Thousands of years passed, 2,500 years are passed, but still he remembered, recognized, recalled. His contribution and the contributions of all other spiritual personalities, spiritual masters are immense, very valuable. Death is a reality, ultimate reality. It's a reality. Birth and death. Not in our hand. How we get birth and how we die, what type of death we will be getting, where to take birth is not in our hand. That's the reality. What the Lord Buddha says, Vigyan will take birth, rebirth of Vigyan. What the great physicist Albert Einstein says. Energy can't be created nor can be destroyed. It changes forms. So the same thing with the great spiritual scientist, the enlightened one Gautama the Buddha says the same thing. What the great physicist ever born, the Albert Einstein says E is equal to mc square. Energy can't be created, can't be destroyed. Changes only the forms. So the Buddha is saying, Vigyan will take birth, rebirths of Vigyan. Whatever deeds, good deeds, bad deeds, are stored in Vigyan. Vigyan will take rebirth. Cause and effect relationships. One gets the good fruits of his good deeds, the bad fruits of his bad deeds. From birth to birth, from generations to generations, from birth to birth. Too many births, too many deaths. The term Vigyan is given by the enlightened one Gautama the Buddha. It takes rebirth. Good fruits of good karmas, good deeds, and bad fruits of papas, bad deeds. Cause and effect relationship. One has to go through it from life to life, lives to lives. What the Lord Buddha, the enlightened one Gautama Buddha says, each and every person in the history, one thing is very common, and that is his identity should not be destroyed. He likes his identity, he likes his body, he likes his mind, he likes himself. So he doesn't like to be destroyed, to be finished, to be vanished. No. Each and every person in this world like to be recognized, recalled, identified from lives to lives. No one likes to get vanished, to get destroyed. This is applicable to each and every individual in the world. And the enlightened one, Gautama the Buddha, is absolutely right. The same with me also. After death, people may recognized. People may recollect. People may remember me as Devanarayan, as Oshodev, such a personality, such an identity. My videos, my discourses, my saying, maybe recognized, recalled, remembered, realized, accepted. I'm also one of the people, one of the persons. It's very deep down. It's very deep. The same with me. I am not aloof. I am not alone. I am not separate. I am one of the people, one of the persons. And it's very deep down. Anyway, after listening my videos, you may be recalling me. You may be remembering me. Death. Death is inevitable. It will come. And one must be prepared for it. Preparation is must. Otherwise, death is very painful. Otherwise, death is dark. Otherwise, death is dangerous. Otherwise, death is what? Nightmare, horror, bhayava, painful, dukhdai. Death is dark. Death is painful if preparation is not there. If preparation is there, death is beautiful. Death is very beautiful. It's not end. It's threshold. It's not end at all. It's the beginning of new birth. It's the beginning of new things. It's the beginning of new era. It's the beginning of new world. It's very beautiful. Spiritual masters, spiritual personalities, meditators, they wait for it. Their death is very beautiful. Their death is very meaningful. मौत उसी की है जमाना करे अफसोस. Their death is very beautiful. They die peacefully. Preparation is must. How will we be prepared? We are indulged, we are engaged in such stupid activities, in such stupid worldly activities. You may not like it, that I am saying stupidity. Because our self well-being is not there, so it is stupid. Swarth, self well-being is not there. Blindly accumulating wealth, blindly living, blindly striving for powers, prestige, money, positions, recognitions, blindly living, unconsciously living, not knowing for what we are doing, unaware about each and everything. Why we are living, what we are doing, not knowing anything. Whole life living unconsciously. Because all your wealth, your accumulations, your recognitions, your education, your positions, your powers will not come with death. You have to die alone. This is not the treasure. Treasure is spirituality. Spiritual values, meditation will come with you and will go with you. But please mind it, I am not at all condemning it. Your wealth, your positions, your powers, your prestige. No, I am not condemning. Because you don't know the real. You know only the unreal. Real you don't know. Concrete you don't know. You are after money, power, prestige, positions, professions, blindly following, rat race without stopping. you are blindly following. All pseudo, futile, unworthy. But you are doing. You have to do. No any other alternative is available. And one must do. We have to do it. It is must. These are the liabilities of family members. One has to do it. And it's not bad. It's good. But I want to say this not everything, this not all our profession, our livelihood is not at all. One has to. One has to do it. One has to take care of his family members, society member, countrymen, world. One has to. It's a must. But one thing is missing in your life, that is spirituality, meditation. So it makes tremendous changes, a lot of changes, a very wide gap, a very big black hole, a very wide gap, a very big gap, a very huge separation. Spirituality must be added in daily livelihood, daily living, human life. And these, your meditation, your spiritual values will go with you, not your money, your powers, your prestige, your positions, your accumulations, your property. In the contrary, at the time of death, as you have accumulated throughout your life, your wealth, your positions, your powers, your recognitions, your identities will give you lots of pain at the time of death, because such a embrace all these things, you are holding all these things such a tightly that you won't like to leave it, you won't like to untie it, you won't like to leave it, you want to live with it, because the pleasures you're getting, the worldly pleasures you're getting, the physical pleasures you're getting, the physical pleasures due to your wealth, your money, your positions, your powers, You are accustomed to it. You like it. You very much like it. You don't want to leave it. You don't want to untie it. But at the time of death, you have to leave it. It will give you pains. It will be a very painful situation, a very painful situation. And it happens with each and every individual in the world. It happens with the samrats. It happens with the emperors. It happens with the kings. It happens with the beggars also, because beggars are also holding. But it doesn't happen with the spiritual persons, with the meditators, with the spiritual masters, with the enlightened ones, with the Buddhas. No, it will happen with you because you're holding your wealth, your accumulations, your positions, your powers very tightly, very tightly. At the time of death, you won't like to untie it. You won't like to leave it. So there is a grief, there is a pains. Look at the faces. Look at the eyes of the dying persons. Look at the faces of dying persons. Look at the physics of dying persons. Look at the physical bodies of dying persons. Look at the eyes of dying persons. Look at the faces of dying persons. How full of grief, full of unhappiness, full of pains, full of sorrow. But look at the faces, bodies of the Buddhas, the enlightened ones, the spiritual masters, the spiritual gurus, the spiritual teachers, the meditators, the spiritual persons, the spiritual personalities, full of joy, full of happiness, full of radiance, full of auras, full of friendship vibrations, good vibrations, Mangal Maitri, light, happiness, joy, ecstasy comes out from their mind, their face, from their bodies. They are absolutely aware about their death, absolutely conscious, as if they are waiting for death, as if they are living death, as if it's a very beautiful phenomenon, as if it's a very beautiful celebration, as if it's a very beautiful ceremony, as if it's a very beautiful event. The case with the enlightened ones, the case with the spiritual masters, meditators, spiritual personalities. The case is opposite with you, absolutely opposite. Weeping, crying, deep grief, unhappiness, sorrows, suffering. All your family members, your near dear friends, they come to you to see you and they weep, they cry. You also cry, you also weep, you are also in a grief, in a sorrow, because you are holding your wealth tightly. You are holding your positions tightly. You are holding your name, your fame, your identity very tightly. Preparation is must. And preparation is Vipassana meditation technique, spirituality, spiritual treasure, spiritual values. Spirituality is the treasure only will go with you, will help you to live peacefully, to die peacefully, to die with full of joy, with full of happiness, with full of ecstasy, with full of celebration. It's a Maha celebration, Mahotsav, huge ceremony, a very beautiful ceremony. People will sing, people will die. Sorry to say, people will dance. I want to say dance, not die. Celebration, music, showering of flowers, showering of essence, fragrance, spreading of essence, spreading of fragrance. It will be a ceremony like this. Lights, flowers, fragrance, essence. The case with the Buddhas, this case with the spiritual persons. How to die like this? We are blindfolded. We are blind people. We are stupids. We are idiots. We see, we feel, we know each and everything what I told you now, but we are blindfolded. We are blind. We are stupids. We are morons. We live repeatedly, repetitive life, unconscious life, blind life, collecting money, power, prestige, diamonds, gold, cars, bank loans, huge bank balance, name, fame, property, rat race, having no time to think about spirituality, to think about meditation, to think about Buddhas, to think about spiritual masters, to think about meditation, to think about spiritual values. No, we don't have time. It is all not important things to us. It is all useless. Wasting of time, what we think. To give time to spirituality, to share time for meditation, to live life of meditator, No, we don't have time. It's a wastage of time for us. We are blindfolded. Blindly we are living. You won't like it. So rather, I would like to say that you are living in only one dimension. You not, I am also included in that. We are living in one direction, one dimension. That's the thing. Only one dimension. We know only one dimension. We know the dimension of accumulating wealth, name, fame, money, power, prestige. This dimension we know. And life is multidimensional. Too many dimensions are there. And one of the dimensions is spirituality, meditation, especially the Vipassana meditation taught by Vipassana Acharya Satyaran Goenkaji in the tradition of Jiva Bakin, recovered by the Enlightenment Gautama the Buddha. Is beauty, is ecstasy, is happiness, is joy? We don't know. We are not aware. We have not tasted it. We don't think about death. We never think about death in our life. No. We never think. We are such, our indulgence is such all the times we are indulged in accumulating wealth, powers, prestige, money, property. All the times. We don't think about death. That one day death will come. No one thinks. As if death is not there. As if we will be living forever. As if we won't die. We'll be living forever. We think like this. We don't think about death. If someone talks about death, we stop him. We see dead bodies, we just unseen it. We see funeral procession, we go to the funeral procession, we go to the funerals and we forget. During that time only we think about death, we feel about death, but it's momentary. It's absolutely momentary. Again the repetitive life, again the same life, again that rotten life, repetitive life. Vicious circle, kolukabel, vicious circle. In a circle we are living, blindfolded, not knowing what we are doing, how we are living, what we should do, how we should live, not knowing anything, only living blindfold. There are two worlds, materialistic world and spiritual world. There must be the amalgamation of both the worlds. There must be the amalgamation. Both the worlds should come together. There should be the mixture of both the worlds. In our now, I'm not recalling the particular term for that, but what the people are just enjoying their drink. Um, maybe, maybe, maybe whiskey, wine, maybe whatever, maybe the drinks. But they added some more drinks, different type of drinks, different type of juices, fruit juices in whiskey, in vodka, in wine, whatever I see in the movies, in the documentaries, in the films, sometime outside, the people mix two drinks, three drinks, fruit juices, and they enjoy it. And they like different flavors. They enjoy it, that drink. The term is there. I'm not recalling it. The term is there. What the people call it, I think there is a particular name for that. The people enjoying in all over the world such drinks means mixture of drinks, one drink, two drinks, more than drinks. There is a mixture. There are multi flavors, different flavors. People are enjoying. Just like it should be the mixture of materialistic life and spiritual life. So this will be the complete life. And no doubt, we have to live in society. We have to follow rules, regulations. We have to go through the bindings of family members, society members, country members, world people, and all that responsibilities we have to complete it, no doubt. It is must. But spirituality, meditation, spiritual values must be included in our materialistic life. Then the life is beautiful. Then at the time of death, it will be also beautiful. It will be the celebration. It will be the ceremony. It will be the great event. Living this world, living the people of the world, living mother, father, brothers, sisters, friends, country people, world people. It will be a great ceremony. It will be the huge celebration. It will be beautiful. Your signature, your contribution will be ever recalled, will be ever remembered, just like the contributions of the enlightened one Gautama Buddha, just like the contributions of the Bodhisattva, the architect of Indian Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Thus, the contributions of the great spiritual master Osho Rajneesh and all other spiritual masters, spiritual identities, spiritual personalities will be ever recalled, remembered forever. Yours also, your signature, your life, your way of living will be ever recalled, remembered by your dear ones. What type of contributions you contribute to the society people. If you are a spiritual person, spiritual master, or meditator, your contributions will be recalled, will be recognized. If you're an artist, painter, musician, singer, your contributions will be recognized, recalled. If you're statesman, bureaucrats, if you're professional, doctor, engineer, lawyer, or other professional, your contributions will be ever recalled, remembered by the people, by the society, by the country, by the world, forever. So leave such signature before leaving world. मौत उसी की है जमाना करे अफसोस. Live like this. Contribute to uplift the quality of life of the people in the world. If you have money, donate to the meditation centers so that the meditators can meditate there very peacefully. If you are bureaucrat, if you are statesman, if you are politician, if you are artist, if you are writer, maybe any other professional businessman, contribute, donate, enrich the life of the people in the world, uplift the people, poor people, downtrodden people, just like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, just like the other social reformists, just like the other social workers, just like the great leaders, just like the great statesmen, just like the great spiritual personalities, spiritual masters. Do something like this. Leave your signature, and people will recall you, remember you, recognize you, your contribution. Otherwise, lakhs of people, thousands of people, billions of people, trillions of people died and will die without recognition, without identity, as if they were ants, as if they were animals. Life is beautiful. Life is full of possibilities. Life is full of energies. Life full of powers. Life is full of energy, full of powers, full of possibilities. Anyone can live life this life like this. Anyone. Before concluding, let me express my deep gratitudes, my deep gratitude, my deep thanksgiving to the all, the enlightened ones, the past Buddhas, the present Buddhas, the future Buddhas, the great spiritual masters like Gautama the Buddha, the enlightened one, the great Vipassana Dr. Satyanarayan Goenkaji, his guru, the great spiritual master Sayaju Bakhin, the great spiritual master Osho Rajneesh, and all other saints, sages, meditators, spiritual personalities. I bow, I express my deep respect, my deep honor, my deep gratitude, my deep gratitude to the contributions of these people, to the society people, to the world people, to uplift, to enrich the life of the country people, world people. For all of us, let us pray that nature, Dhamma, undercurrent, Rit, Sabhav may give us strength to be the part of, to be like the personalities I mentioned earlier, to live the signature of our this life, to contribute to uplift the life of downtrodden, suppressed, oppressed people, to enrich the life of people, to contribute something. Contribution may be small or big, it doesn't matter, but contribute something. I'm not praising myself. Please mind it. Please don't take otherwise. All my videos, my expressions, my emotions is a very tiny, it's very little, it's very tiny. I think in this entire globe, a single person listening my videos, I produce more than 100 videos. If he feels somewhat happy, little bit happy, a little bit motivation, a little bit pleasure, I would be very much glad, very much happy. I wish you all people a very best. May you all people get Sadguru Sanmitra like Vipassana Dr. Satyanarayan Goenkaji, like the great spiritual master Sahaji Bakhin, the great spiritual master Osho Rajneesh. May you get strength, power from the universe, from the Dhamma, from the religion, from the Rit, from the undercurrent, from the natural laws, to contribute something to the society. Little bit contribution will do miracles. little bit contribution will do very great miracles. बूंद बूंद से सागर बनता है, जर्रे जर्रे से कायनात बनती है, कण कण से ब्रह्मांड बनता है, कण कण से चक्रवात बनता है, कण कण से ये कायनात बनती है। बूंद बूंद कंट्रीब्यूशन से लोगों का जीवन सुखी होगा। बूंद बूंद से सागर बनता है, राय राय से पर्वत बनता है, कण कण से कॉस्मोस बनता है, कण कण से ब्रह्मांड बनता है। ऐसे छोटे कण, ऐसे आपका छोटा कंट्रीब्यूशन, ऐसे आपका लघु योगदान, छोटा योगदान चमत्कार करेगा, गहरा असर करेगा, गहराई से छू लेगा लोगों के दिलों को, लोगों के हृदय को, लोगों के जज्बातों को, लोगों के भावनाओं को वो महसूस करेंगे। मेरी सोच, मेरी भावनाएं, मेरे जज्बात तो दिल के गहराई से ऊपर आए, दिल के गहराई से मैंने व्यक्त किया, दिल की गहराइयों से मैंने बोला। आप सबको इसका लाभ हो, आप आनंदित हो, आप सुखी हो, आपको कल्याण मित्र सद्गुरु मिले, सन्मार्ग मिले, धम्म का मार्ग मिले, विपश्यना मिले, बुद्धों से आपका संपर्क हो, बुद्ध पुरुषों से आपका मिलन हो, बुद्ध पुरुष आपके जीवन में आए, सद्गुरु सन्मित्र आपके जीवन में आए, कल्याण मित्र आपके जीवन में आए, आपका जीवन सुख आनंद से भर जाए, आपका जीवन आध्यात्मिक मूल्यों से भर जाए, आपका जीवन ध्यान से भर जाए, आपका जीवन संत पुरुषों से भर जाए, सन्मित्रों से भर जाए, आपके जीवन में गहराई आए, आपके जीवन को अर्थ मिले। मृत्यु, मौत आपका महोत्सव बने, आपका महोत्सव बने, आप पर दिव्य शक्तियों की आशीष मिले, आशीर्वाद मिले, फूल बरसाए। मृत्यु, मौत ऐसी हो कि आपके हस्ताक्षर छूट जाए, आपका योगदान, निस्वार्थ भाव से किया गया योगदान, छोटा भी योगदान महान कहलाए। मैं आप सभी को मंगल मैत्री देता हूं। मेरे वीडियोस, मेरा कार्य, या नन्हा सा कार्य, छोटा सा कार्य, ये आपके कुछ काम आए, आपको पल भर का सुख दे, क्षण भर का सुख दे, क्षण भर की प्रेरणा दे। आप सभी को मैं अभिवादन करता हूं, नमन करता हूं।